live session, and we will discuss about how to learn English easily. This is our today's topic, and
Of course.
it will be a good conversation, good discussion. Okay.
Thank you. It's my honor to be here. Very pleased to be here.
Okay. So first of all, can you please introduce yourself, my dear brother Masum, and where are you
Sure.
from? What class do you
Absolutely.
study?
Sure. So actually, I'm Masum. Basically, I'm from Dhaka division, nursing to be more exact. And actually, I'm a student pursuing my high school right now. And again, I study in class 10. And I'm gonna sit for SEC exam in this year. Maybe again, it's gonna held on 21 April. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's 21 April. So yeah, that's all about me.
Yeah, thank you so much for your short introduction. Now
Thank you.
let's get start our topic. So at first, I would like to ask you a very basic question, and that is, do you want to learn English? Actually, spoken English.
Okay, so if I talk about me, like, people learning English for different perspectives. So there are several reasons behind it to learn English. So if I talk about me, then again, so if I talk about my journey first, so I started my journey back one and a half years back, 1.5 years. At that time, I was in class nine. Just turn it up into class eight from class nine. So at that time, I started my journey. So at that time, I had not that much of reason or that much of purpose to learn English. But when I started my journey, I find it out some purposes to learn English. So uh, what I think for improving your communication skill, English is very essential. It's very beneficial. When you talk with a foreign person, you need a common language, right? So when you go, let's say you are going for a travel or you are going for a tour to the other countries, you need English. This is the point number one. And secondly, if you think about the Bangladeshi culture right now, a lot of corruption all over the country, and we have, a lot of problem, surrounding us. So at that, and for that, as we have job crisis, we have a lot of unemployed people. We have not that much of job in our country. So a lot of people going to the abroad right now. They are doing study abroad. So when you are going to, participate in study abroad, then you're gonna do the IELTS exam first. Okay, so you have to do the IELTS exam, and for improving your for passing in the IELTS exam and getting a good band score, you do have to have a English proficiency skill. So there are many reasons. So I would say for me, I learn English, or I'm trying to learning English, or I have been learning English for improving my communication skill mainly. So yeah, that's all.
So let me know about what is the easiest way to start learning English. What
Hmm.
is the
That
easiest way to start learning English?
That's a cool question. So actually, a lot of enthusiastic learner feels very bored to uh, to learn English. They don't know they don't know the process. English is not a rocket science. Trust me, it's a cup of tea. Again, it's a cup of tea. But when it is cup of tea, when you know the process, so if I want to talk particularly about the speaking sector, then what do you have to do for speaking? So before getting into speaking, you just have to know the listening. You gotta be a good listener first before being a good speaker. Why? So let's talk a bit about your mother tongue. What's your mother tongue? Bengali, right? Bangla is your mother tongue, right? I'm saying, like, Bangla, it is your mother language, isn't it?
Yes,
So when
yes.
you learn so when you learned Bangla, you learned Bangla from your mother by listening, right? You learned Bangla from your mother by listening, or for any member from your family, and you make an English environment. You listen from your father, you listen from your mother, your sister, your nephew, your neighbors, from your relatives, from your school, everywhere you listened. So what I mean, For improving your English language, for improving your speaking, you have to listen a lot. So what to listen and how to listen? You have to listen podcast, like a lot of podcasts we have around on YouTube right now. You can watch, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, a lot of people, great people podcast. You can learn knowledge, you can gain information. Apart from it, you can learn English as well. At the same time, you can watch English videos. Okay, English videos, what English related videos. If you like news, then personally I like news, but in my perspective, I think for improving your speaking and listening, watching news, it's absolutely a great thing. I like CNN, Al Jazeera, BBC, and stuff like this. So I learned a lot of vocabulary at the same time by watching videos, by watching English news, English movies. I recently watched The Titanic, and like 1.5 months back, I watched The Pursuit of Happiness. This type of thing helped me a lot to improve my listening and improve my speaking at the same time. So I would say, being a good speaker, you have to be a good listener first, and for being a good writer, you have to be a good reader first. So that's all, like input and output. When you have the input, and after that you can give the output. So it's all about the combination of input and output.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, let me know, is it okay to make mistake while learning English, like at the beginning time?
Absolutely, for sure. So when you start your English journey, you definitely know all the stuff, the certain rules and regulation of grammar. You don't know a lot of vocabulary. So if I talk about me, then when I started my journey, I did not know how to greet people, how to say how are you, and how to say, like I couldn't introduce myself even though. So it is absolutely okay when you start. It's absolutely okay to make mistake when you start, because I made a lot of mistake. I mistook a lot, man. So I would say mistake, it's your teacher. Mistake is teacher if you have not any teacher. Because by doing mistake, you are recorrecting yourself. We are going ahead. You are like going forward step by step, only because of making mistakes. So I think, what will I say? In my own experience, by the way, I'm not giving any suggestion or recommendation. When you learn anything, or it's not only for language, it's for anything you will learn. It's like, when you learn anything, you do mistake and you will learn very fast. So when you do mistake, keep learning. That's all I would say. Doing mistake while learning, or while learning a language, it's not a big deal. It's completely okay, nothing wrong with it.
Okay, thank you so much. So the next question is about how many hours a day we should practice English.
Okay, so that's it depends person to person. It varies person to person. So, like, I have never count myself how many hours or how many minutes or how many time I have practiced every day, or I've been practicing every day. So it's like, uh what can I say? It depends. It depends person to person. Like, what is practice? You have to know the definition of practice first. So you have to do practice continuously. You have to be very, very consistent when you practice. If it's not physically, you can do practice mentally. By doing self talk. So what is self talk? Let's say you have not any partner. Okay. Sorry. Let's say you have not any partner, but it doesn't matter at all. It does not matter at all when you have not any partner, because you can do self talk. You can talk with yourself. You have one person, and inside of yourself, in your inner side, you have another person. So talk with yourself every day. So it is the process. So it is the process again. So I would say there is no limitation, there is no um, exact number, that how many minutes, how many hours to practice. I would say do practice and practice. Never count it, just do practice. That's all I would
Yeah,
say.
thank you so much. So let's again a same question, like quite similar question. Can watching video help us to learn English?
Absolutely. How it helps? There are several way, like the process of visualization. How we learn first. When you visualize something, at that time we learn very fast. So uh, by watching videos, we are just visualizing, we are watching, and we are comprehends it in we are comprehends into our brain. It is called comprehensible input. So absolutely, by watching uh, movies or by watching anything, it helps a lot for improving our communication skill and for English proficiency as well.
So next question I will ask you about, is speaking more important than grammar at the beginning?
Absolutely, grammar is not necessary when you start your journey. Even though if you don't know any grammar, you can continue your English. So what is the like I'm sorry. So what is the purpose of making the conversation? If you can express yourself, that is good enough. You don't need to learn a lot of grammar. At the beginning, grammar is not needed. So you have, by the way, you have to know some kind of grammar, like the tenses, modal verbs, and you can these two are enough at the beginning. If you can express yourself, that is enough. And after getting the fluency, of when you talk a bit, when you make conversation, after that you can learn a bit of grammar. So what I will say, grammar is not needed. It's not a big deal when you learn or when you start it. In the beginning, it's not a rocket science, or it's not to do.
Next question is about, how can we improve English speaking at home?
So that's a good one. So I can relate a lot about it because I never and ever admitted any coaching center or any online courses. I haven't bought. So I mainly learn English by being at home. So I think it is very easy learning English and by staying at home. What you can do, again, you can do self talk. You can make videos. You can make videos and watch it and justify yourself. And you can talk in front of mirror. And again, self talk is the only way to learn English when you learn English at home. Because for learning English, for learning speaking particularly, you have to do practice. And do practice with yourself, make videos, talk in front of camera, speak in front of mirror. These are the way. So yeah.
Yes, thank you. So, should we think in English?
Absolutely. So when you translate from Bengali to English, you are not improving. Okay, you are not gonna improve. When you think yourself, you are just improving gradually. So how to think? Let's say it is what? It is a watch. It is a watch. So you don't need to say like gori, gori মানে হচ্ছে watch মানে হচ্ছে গড়ি. You don't need to say it. You said like it is a watch. You can think yourself it is a watch. So when you visualize, when you think yourself, it is needed. You don't need to translate. Okay, so when you translate, you are just misguiding. You are following the miss process. You are walking in the miss route or wrong route. And when you think, you are going into the right route. So do think, don't translate.
Yeah, you mean thinking is really important, and sometimes it is more important than translating. When you are thinking, it is better than translating. That's really good. I
Absolutely.
appreciate.
That's
I
what
appreciate it. I appreciate your answer. So,
my
is
pleasure.
listening important to learn English? Is listening important to learn English?
I would say listening is the foundation of learning English, because when you listen, you are just taking the input. Okay, and when you are speaking, you are giving the output according to that input. So listening is absolutely important, because for learning English, you have to prioritize your environment. Environment makes difference while learning a language. So for making an English environment, listening is important. So I would say listening is absolutely important to improve your English or being a good speaker.
Yeah. So next question is about, is reading English books important for beginners?
For beginner, I think it can help a little bit of, but if you are an intermediate learner or an advanced learner, then reading books is the very good way to learn English, particularly the vocabulary. When you are a beginner, you feel a little bit of scrap while talking with people, talking with advanced topic, because you have a less vocabulary, you have not much number of vocabulary. So what do you have to do? You can read. Uh, Recently I'm a book lover. I love book. I love very much book. I'm a book person. Recently I have read The Alchemist. I have read the Ernest The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. So I learned, I encounter with different kind of vocabulary. So when you want to improve your vocabulary, reading books is the one of the good way to learn English. But as a beginner, I don't think it is very important to read book. But when you are an advanced learner or an intermediate, reading books is the best way to improve your vocabulary.
So next question, uh, how can we learn English words easily?
Okay, so when you want to learn an unknown word or an English word, so you have to follow some process. So what you have to do, you don't need to learn from Bengali to English or English to Bengali. You have to have the definition first. Okay, so let's say see. See is an English word and it means dekha. Okay, so when you visualize something, like when you watch, when you visualize something, it is called see, right? You have to have the definition first and understand it. Okay, try to understand it and make some sentences by it. Instantly make some sentences. Let's say I learned a vocabulary. It is called relation. You will learn a vocabulary called relation and instantly write 4 or 5 sentences or say 4 or 5 sentences so that you can grab it into your brain. Okay, so revise it every day. If you write and say it every day, use it in your conversation. In this is how you can learn vocabulary or unknown English word.
Okay, so next question is about, is practicing English with friends useful?
Yes, 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 and yes. I've been saying it from the beginning of this live session. For improving your communication skill, you have to communicate. For improving your speaking, you have to communicate. For improving your listening skill, you have to listen. So for improving your English, you have to practice. There is no other options. There is no other alternative. You have to do practice, practice, and practice as much as you can. Okay, so when you talk with your friends, you are talking with different topics. You are talking with your professional life, personal life, your social, academic, and lots of stuff. Okay, so when you speak with your friend, you are just exchanging your thought. You are just sharing your thoughts and getting him or herself's thoughts. Okay, so I think practicing with friends is important, absolutely important. It can improve your English dramatically. It's really important.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And the next question is about is mobile app helpful for learning English? Do you use any mobile app?
I used to use some mobile apps, but right now I'm having a very busy schedule with my academic work, academic study, and I with my own works I'm not using anymore. But I used to use some English application for improving my communication skill and improving my language skill. I used to use real life application. You will find mostly the foreign people there. It is called real life application, or sorry, real life English. And another one was Open Talk. Mainly you will get our South Asian people there, mostly Indian people, and sometimes you'll find Pakistani, Bengali, Nepali, people from Somalia, some of them from Afghanistan. So it's a very good way to learning about their diverse culture and improving your English. So I would say yes, it is very useful to practice with some apps. Number one is real life English. Second one is Wap and Talk. I will suggest.
Yeah, thank you for your suggestion, and I hope the viewers will uh, take the suggestion and they will also use these types of app because when they are starting as a beginner. So, is it necessary to speak English perfectly?
No, no, no. Again, you asked me. So you asked me one question in the beginning that it is it is wrong to make mistake in the beginning. No, I said no. Again, the question is, what was the question? Come again.
The question is about, is it necessary to speak perfectly at the beginning?
No, 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 no. You have to do mistake. You gotta do mistake, mistake, and mistake, and after that you will encounter with learning. If you don't know mistake, you won't learn anything. Okay, so you have to do mistake. So you don't need to be perfect. Nobody are perfect. Everybody does mistake. So you don't need to speak perfectly. Just do mistake and keep learning, keep growing, keep doing it, keep practicing, keep it up, man. You don't need to be perfect.
Next question is about like learning English and uh, is learning English fun or stressful? What is your opinion about that?
Again, I mentioned two phrases in the beginning that learning English it's not a rocket science. It's just a cup of tea, man. It's just a language. So when you take it as a language, it's really really fun. But when you take it as a subject, it is very stressful. So when you take it as a language, you are communicating, you are talking with people, talking with different people from different region, and getting their opinion in certain topic. You are gaining knowledge, you are sharing your thoughts. So when you take it as a language, it's very funny, very fun. mm, and but at the same time, on the other hand, when you take it as a language, you are learning grammar and lots of rule regulation. It's very straightful when you take it as subject. So I would say, if you take it as a language, it's very fun. If you take it as a subject, it's very straightful, I would say.
Yes, thank you so much. And I have no more question. And this was a really nice conversation with you. Nice question
Same
answer.
here.
And we was trying to overcome and discuss about how to learn English easily. And regarding this topic, we have already discussed more than 16 question and answer. I was asking you question and you was answering the question very nicely. So I hope
Thank
in the next time you will meet again in our live session and we will discuss another new topic. Okay, next
thank
time.
you.
And I hope
Really.
you, what is your feelings and opinion about this live conversation with me?
Yeah, I think I'm feeling really great to be here. Again, it's my pleased, my honor to be here, my honor to share my knowledge, share my journey with you. And what you are doing, it's absolutely pretty well. Just keep doing it. It can help a lot for the viewers, for the English learning people, English learners, because they can practice their English as well. They can, getting different people perspective. So for an example, I have shared my perspective today about learning English, so they can get they can take away something from it. So I think you are doing pretty well. Just keep doing it, and again, it's very nice to meet you. Hopefully I'm gonna be here another day, and very nice to meet you. I think you are doing pretty well. Keep doing it, keep growing your YouTube channel, and all the very best.
Yes, thanks again. Thanks for joining. And dear
Thank you.
audience who you are watching this video until the end, please make sure a comment and your opinion is very important for us. We are waiting for your comment. Thank you. Goodbye. See you to another
Bye.
next live session. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye. Have a very one.